What is up, you guys? It is Thursday. It's March 27, 2025. I hope you guys are having a fantastic day. It's kind of doom and gloom around here, but I do have good news. So there's that. Let's talk a little bit about the Social Security. Do not ever tell me that people power does not work, because this is case in point. They were going to, if you guys remember, they were going to eliminate phone verification of ID for people who could not do so online, right? And that would force them to have to go to field offices, which were, many of them were overstaffed, and a lot of them are now closed. So the agency was basically risked leaving the most vulnerable without their benefits. So that was like the huge obstacle that people were complaining about, right? So many people complained, put pressure on the representatives, went to town halls, did all the things, and now we've got a better plan. Let's talk about it. So they said on Wednesday that it would postpone those controversial changes, right, to the phone service, and then partially relax on the new rules of identity verification. They said now the new changes will take place on April 14th. Originally, it was going to be at the end of March. Applicants for Medicare, for disability, and SSI, which is the supplemental security income, would be exempted from proving their identity in person if they could not do so online, as there were other ways to verify them during the application process, the agency said. Those are good things, right? But this would have never happened had people power done what it did. So this is not the first time that Trump or Doge, right, has had to either voluntarily or purposefully had to roll back and scale back their changes, either because of public pressure or judicial pressure, right? There's still a ton of lawsuits that are going through the system right now. So we have that people power. If it wasn't people going to town halls and doing all the things, this would have still gone into effect. So we need to continue to educate ourselves on our rights, to keep ourselves informed with the news, with things that are happening in this administration. And I'm not even going to call it administration anymore. It's called regime, because that's what this government is. It is not a democratic run administration. It's a regime, because they are gutting our system. This is becoming a more fascist state as every day progresses. So keep yourself informed with the news. Independent is always best, because you know that they are being funded by you. They are only subject and have any commitment to the people that donate them to them, not corporations. So independent is always best. And there's tons of resources. There's tons of people on YouTube, on here, on TikTok, everywhere. Use your voice and pressure our representatives. Boycott big. So Amazon, Walmart, Target, all of them. Support local and small and independent. Show up, continue to show up to those town halls, because that's working. Post on social media. We think, what's another person posting? You never know. My video may not make it to someone else's, but yours may. Spread the knowledge, Continue to protest. Continue to be a critical thinker. If you don't know the answers, look it up. Ask. We're all learning. In this process of me reporting, I'm still learning. So, but when you're in doubt and you don't know why they're doing what they're doing, follow the money. Look at who's contributing to their campaigns. look to see if those representatives have stock in the companies that they're trying to bring up, right? That they're trying to leverage. Continue to call out the atrocities that are happening by this regime. It is not an administration, it is a regime. Defend our vulnerable communities, children, immigrants, people of color, LGBTQIA, all of them. If you are not personally affected by the changes that are taking place, think of the greater good. Because the greatest good will always benefit most. And we are the most. We are the 99%. We are not billionaires and trillionaires or millionaires. So what's best for the greatest good is always what should be done. So make sure we're defending our brothers and sisters. Vote. I know a lot of people vote on larger scale, so they vote in the general election for president and stuff like that. Vote in your small elections, school boards, judges, your communities, your local communities. That is just as important, and that's where you can make the most change. So make sure that you repost, that you save, that you forward this on, share it. Hell, record this, copy it, put it out yourself. You have the power. Much love to you. Peace.